Hello everyone, my name is Onam Gupta and you're watching India.com Z Media. So today we are joined by the incredible star cast of Gamer Log. So let's welcome them. Hi everyone.
Hi,
Hey,
Hello,
what's
hello.
up?
hi.
Uh, I have this first question for producers of the show, Abhinay sir and Neeta ma'am. The show is finally out on Amazon MX Player. So, according to you guys, how has been the response so far? And most importantly, are you satisfied with the interactions, or were you expecting a bit more?
Okay,
Neeta, go for
so
it.
I think we are very happy with the response. We launched it last Thursday, and I think in 4 days, yesterday, the Ormax report that came out, within 4 days, we are the most fifth viewed show. We are in the top five viewed show in our country within 4 days. So I think that is thanks to the love of the audience and even the response that we are getting from different people, set of people, is that it's the series is a total entertainment. It's got
Yeah.
everything. It's got drama, it's got humor, it's got action, it's got VFX for those people who are gonna
True.
watch it, and this amazing world of gaming which has never been explored before. So I think when you give something unique to the audience and you make it with all your heart and passion, I think that is like really satisfying for us that they are loving it.
Okay. Abhinay sir, would you like to add something to this?
Yeah, see, I think what Neeta said is absolutely right. That the entire team has enjoyed making this show to a level where we have not remained to be just producers and actors and technicians. We have just become a family. And when you actually put in so much of effort,
Effort,
love,
yeah.
into it,
Hard work.
uh,
Yeah.
hard work into it, then the response just is sweeter than sugar. So I think it's really fantastic that people are liking what we have done. And that's it. Yeah, I mean, let more and more people see it, and
Yeah.
that's what we want.
Of course. I have the next question for you, Aram. In today's world, especially among youth, online gaming has become a craze, which the show primarily talks about. So, while working on this concept, did you consider that this show, of course, might strongly connect with youth, but at the same time, the older generation might not find it as relatable or be as willing to watch?
So I think this was something that we again as a team, starting with Abhinay sir, the writers, Neeta, and even when the actors came on board, uh, we tried to make a conscious effort to ensure that the show doesn't really skew towards any particular like it doesn't skew too much into gaming or into the technicalities of this new world that we are trying to present to the audience out there. Our aim was always that it is something that connects with as many people as we can. And I think something that really always worked in our favor was that gaming as a topic
Yeah.
has always, I mean, now things are changing, but for decades, it's always been a point of conflict between children and their parents. And I think
True.
that's something that we really wanted to touch upon because it's not always true the way parents look at it, and it's
Yeah.
also not always true the way children look at it. So
Hmm.
there is a kind of balance that can be struck, which can lead people to actually take this forward into and make it a profession worth, just enjoying and living with.
When I talk about Darsheel and Anjali, how did you come up with the names for the lead roles? I mean, this is the first time these guys have been paired up. We have never seen them together before. So, how did you plan it?
It was actually very funny. Uh, when we sat down for casting way back when pre-production started out, and we had our, the presentation for the different possible options for these two characters. Uh,
Yeah,
like Darsheel and Anjali always stood out to play their particular roles. Darsheel was someone that we pretty much met the very first time and things kind of rolled into place. The journey with Anjali, however, was a little longer, but it was such a great story because it was for us. We started there. We started with her, and I mean, thank the stars that we ended up back with her. And it just turned out absolutely perfect for us. And it was something that we as a production house and as a team going into it were very, very happy with. And they have just been amazing on screen and off screen as well to be with. So it's been a pleasure that I got to do my first, project with them.
Okay. Trick question. Were they your first choices?
Yeah, actually.
Oh,
It was,
wow.
and I'm not even just saying this because both of them are on the call right now. But it's even if you ask Abhinay sir and Neeta the same question, and even the crew for that matter, who were sitting there when we were going through all of it, they
Yeah.
were always our first choice, and we were always fighting to get them there and get
Yeah.
them on board, and it just worked out perfectly. And Amazon also saw what, Amazon MX Player also saw what we were seeing in them, and that they were absolutely fit to play their characters, and they've just done a fabulous, fabulous job.
Of course.
It was very difficult with Darsheel, but just
Why? Any reason, particular reason why?
no, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He's an
Yeah, please
Okay.
mention the kidding part.
So you know what? This is something that is going to keep
Yeah.
happening in every interview, where Arya
Actually, this is
is.
the fun part. This is the
Uh,
fun part.
of course,
Except
it
for me.
is. Yeah.
So sorry, you were saying, Arya sir?
Yeah, no, I was just kidding. Like it's been an absolute pleasure working with him as well. He was just very difficult in terms of, he'd come late to set. Then he'd
Oh my
always try
God,
to lose his
Arya,
mind,
people are
almost
going
like
to take
apart
this like
from jokes.
really seriously.
If this becomes a headline, Arya, you have to give me work for the rest of my life. I'll be in your office.
Okay, as producers, Abhinay sir and Neeta ma'am, I mean, I know the casting thing is of course secondary for you guys, but still when you got to know that Darsheel and Anjali were on board, how was it?
So, I still remember when we had first thought of Darsheel, okay, and he was, I think, traveling somewhere, and my team had got in touch with his team, but I got his number. We had a common friend, and I just called him. And the 5-minute conversation was work, and then we just bonded. We spoke for like half an hour that day. I still remember. We've never met,
Yeah.
and I know how he looks, but he didn't know how I look. So it's like, and we spoke for half an hour, and we spoke about the show, and it was like an instant connect. Even with Anjali, like Abhin and Arya said, okay, that in the meeting, what happens is that you have a brainstorming meeting.
Yeah.
Anjali's name was first, but it took us a little while by the time we could maneuver a few things and kind of reach her. Because there are a lot of the Amazon MX Player team, that whole discussion. But I vividly remember when Anjali, we saw her first audition. Okay, it was a very funny scene because she was just gorging. That's the scene in the series, and she has to see her dialogues. So she has to talk and give the expression, and she's like hogging. So I think the way she did it, that really, really stood out, and we were like, "That's
Wow.
it." She is
She's
Joanna.
finest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Coming to you, Darsheel. Darsheel, the moment someone hears your name or sees you, they instantly get a flashback of your younger self. So, do you ever feel that sweet and innocent image of yours put you in a tight spot, like to make people convinced that you can also play serious characters?
See, I don't think there's any tight spot or anything like that. What you are will be seen, honestly, out in the open. Uh, I'm very thankful to my family, my parents, my friends, and everybody to keep me far away from all this unnecessary knowledge of image and getting too conscious about things. Ki aap, what is this, like you said, tight situation, vagera, vagera. I never had the knowledge of dealing with these things, and I thank them for keeping me away from it. Sometimes people tend to
Yeah.
overthink these things. सो मैंने ऐसा कुछ सोचा नहीं कि आगे सीरियस रोल कब प्ले करने मिलेगा वगैरह वगैरह. ऑफ कोर्स एज एन एक्टर यू हैव अ जर्नी, यू आर लुकिंग एट एक्सप्लोरिंग, एक्सपेरिमेंटिंग, showing all your colors and everything. But for me, I was like, जो होगा सही टाइम पे होगा, just build yourself. So as and how I was building myself slowly, those kind of roles came my way, and then here we are finally, where Raghu's character came my way, which is actually my most inner child Darsheel, that is which I relate with Raghu. So I feel then मैंने क्या build किया है? It's just me only.
Okay. So Anjali, I have a question. You're a character in Game Log. You're a gaming enthusiast, and I absolutely loved her energy. And you really broke the stereotype that women aren't into gaming and stuff. In real life, are you similar to your character? And also, do you enjoy indulging in video game yourself?
Um, See, I think in a lot of ways, I would say that I'm very similar to Joanna. Maybe not in the same video game enthusiast way, but I have my own thing that I'm very obsessed with and very passionate about, which is anime. So I kind of channelized my passion and obsession that I have with anime and put that into Joanna. So yeah, I think in a lot of ways, with her personality, with the way she deals with people, with the way she
Yeah.
talks, with the way she dresses, I find a lot of similarities between us.
Okay. But for the gaming thing, you can't relate. So did you had to go learn some games and all, online games for your
Uh,
character? Did
so
you?
yeah, actually, it was Darsheel who introduced me to the world of gaming. So in my first few days, when I
Against our
signed on
wishes.
to the project, Darsheel was so nice enough. He was nice enough to send me all of these videos of hey Darsheel, what is it called? What are those videos called?
Live streams? Which streams?
Live streams.
Yeah.
And it basically gave me an idea of body language, general language, the how high stakes it is, and just to understand basics about gaming. And then he also did this thing where he would take the whole cast to video game parlors, and we would all sit down and play together. I played Counter Strike for the first time ever.
Wow. Yeah.
It was very scary at first. He gave me
Okay.
the easiest map. See, I know
Yeah.
all of these terms now.
Because I am, as a girl, I also don't like video games and all. So that's why I wanted to ask you, were you this person or not? So it's quite interesting that you have to do so many things for your character. That's lovely.
But it's so much fun because
Yeah.
you do something that you never think you're actually going to do. Suddenly, you're thrown into this situation where you're exploring something that you never imagined that you'd
Explore.
be
Yeah.
exploring. So that was really cool.
Darsheel, I coming back to you. Since I mentioned how people still remember you as a Shah from Tare Zameen Par, its spiritual sequel, Sitaare Zameen Par is on the way. Did you get a chance to watch the trailer?
Of course, I've seen the trailer and it's superb.
Okay. Also, when you first saw it or heard about the film, did you feel a sense of being left out?
I see. You're talking about a very human emotion that I think all of us here and everyone feels in definitely in things that you were once a part of and you have fond memories about. So ये तो एक मतलब it's a understood thing that you will feel, but then I do understand how in the longer scheme of things the audience is the priority, and for the audiences because आज के ज़माने के सभी लोग काफी intelligent हो गए हैं.
True.
The level has they've really leveled up, and
Yeah.
for that you need authenticity. You need it to be as natural, as organic, and as justifiable as possible. If it doesn't do justice to the story, तो then कोई point नहीं बनता कुछ force करके. So I believe in their vision, the makers of the film and Aamir sir and everybody, that whatever decision they've taken is taken for the betterment of the audiences. So for me, I have in one sentence, I have surrendered and submitted to this. जो हो रहा है होने दो अच्छे से, and just give your best in whatever's happening.
Yeah. Well said. And I mean, because did you talk to Amir Khan and expressed your emotions? You just said you will feel that sort of way because were associated with the project. So did you talk to him and expressed whether you were happy, angry, or sad, whatever? Just
I
your
remember
emotion.
messaging him. I remember messaging him for when I saw the trailer, and I told him that congratulations in advance. क्योंकि ऐसा लग रहा था it's gonna do very well. And then he asked me what have you been up to, and I told him about Gamer Log. So we ended up, Abhinay sir, Neeta ma'am and I, we ended up going and meeting him, and we discussed our show with him. And
Oh,
that was
that's
also
lovely.
like a great thing. See, he's a supportive person which we all know, a natural, real human being. So at the end of the day, like I keep saying it again and again, it's for the audiences. For me to message him, and it's just coming from within, from my heart, that his work does well, and it's all mutual. All of us, Anjali's other work comes out, Abhinay sir's work comes out, Arya sir's work comes out, Neeta ma'am's work comes out, your work comes out. We all will wish each other the best. So that will always be there. We have to be above these thoda emotions जो बचपन में feel करते थे यार, when we were in school के ये birthday party पे नहीं बुलाया ये वो. Now we know, we've grown over that, and we have to just keep good vibes only. That's what I think, I believe in, and I think all of us.
Okay, no hard feelings, yeah. That's
Of
great.
course.
Anjali, I have a question. You became a popular name after the series Class on Netflix. I mean, you'll agree with it. So, one interesting thing that happened was that people, started calling you Aishwarya Rai Bachchan's doppelganger. Were you aware about it? And what was your reaction?
Yes, I was aware about it. I was very flattered, of course. She's incredibly beautiful, and I. Apart from that, I really don't know what to say about it. I grew up in a family where my extended family would say the same thing to me, so I became a little desensitized to it. Not to sound arrogant or anything, but after a
Just
certain
brutally
point,
honest.
I don't know what to say about it because I'm like,
Means,
okay, thank you.
but अंदर से वो होता तो होगा कि that's sweet. अच्छा
It's
लगता होगा.
very sweet. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
very, very sweet. I really I appreciate the comparison. I appreciate um the praise, if you will. But I guess at the end of the day, everyone wants to kind of be known for their own individual selves. So I would hope that eventually that is what will happen rather than being compared to other people. I mean, so much respect to everyone that I have been compared to, but I am ready to be my own person now.
Just lastly, before wrapping up, I'd love to know what would you say to those who haven't watched Gamer Log yet? I mean, why should they definitely give it a watch? Who should I start with?
Abhinay sir will give the best
But
answer to this. I think Arya or Abhinay sir, I think
Yes,
will
sir.
Abhinay,
very
so-
posted on sir.
Okay, so just to start with this answer, I think one of the reasons why people should watch Game and Log is because it is about life. It is about as much about the log in the name as it is the gaming. It is actually the stories of their struggle. It's the stories of how they believe in some things, they have passion towards a particular thing. In this particular case, it is about gaming, and how that kind of supersedes any other obstacle that comes their way. So it's a story about, it's a real story about people, and how their struggles are in life, because they come from different walks of life. As Darsheel said some time back, that when you start watching it, after a little while you forget that is it about gaming, is it about people, it's a mixed bag of everything, and there is so much of heart in it, and so much of love in it. Not just the work that we've put in, but that you will see it when you're watching it, that it'll involve you tremendously, and at the same time it ends up giving you a very, very interesting perspective about new things in life. It tells you about, if you have belief, then the new things, don't ever be afraid to try something new. Even if it sounds like it's a distracting element in life, like gaming always is, like Arya said earlier. It's as much for the parents as it is for the kids.
Okay. From this on, I think those who haven't watched, they'll definitely watch it. And I just want to say thank you everyone for joining me for this such a wonderful interaction. Anjali, Neeta ma'am, Darsheel, Arya sir, Abhinay sir, thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Bye-bye.
lot.